Hello, everybody, and welcome to Round 1 Front 9 coverage of the Mid-America Open presented by Discraft. And the coverage is brought to you by GK Pro. We are out here at Albert Oakland Disc Golf Course. We've got a great card for you. Rebecca Cox, Courtney Cannon, Cynthia Ricciotti, and Missy Gannon, myself. Rebecca, you want to talk about the course a little bit?
Well, we were supposed to be playing another course called Harmony Bends, but unfortunately there's just too much deterioration due to some precipitation recently, so we are playing this course instead. So hole 1, we have a 280-foot par 3, pretty soft little hole to start on. Pretty much just want to get your birdie. The basket is right there behind that tree on the left side. The way the tee pad is kind of positioned, it's more of a hyzer hole. There is a left side gap if you want to do the forehand or the left hand backhand. But pretty straightforward.
So what are you lining up here, Rebecca?
I was trying to choose between a Pioneer and an Explorer. The wind kind of picked up, so we had a headwind, and I was thinking I wanted something that would at least come back to the left. So I'm throwing my Opto Explorer.
Yeah, and you're taking that wider line around that first bunch of trees. It does slope, the hill slopes from the right to the left, so you could definitely get some carry down to the basket. You just get hung up a little bit, but just outside the circle.
Yeah, that tree on the right side is kind of like a perfect spot.
Definitely.
It's a start hyzering, but it's in the way.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to go that straight line because of that slope. You don't want to go too far past or down the hill. Courtney Pixie Cannon lining up her Haley King 2020 Tour Series Stalker. Absolutely perfect. She just cuts it right on the inside of those trees and is parked. Great way to start off your round.
Yeah, I like that plan of just throwing something maybe a little slower and just letting it like work on its own. She did say that was a little more stable than Stalkers usually are.
Mm-hmm. Cynthia lining up Lucid X Escape. Finds herself inside the circle as well.
Playing her first Mid-America Open, sponsored by Discraft, OTB, Grip, and Gale Sack.
Missy Gannon, what are you lining up here?
I go a little faster. It's a little bit risky, but I go with a Thrasher, trying to kind of go straight at the basket, kind of like Pixie's shot. Kind of hang it close to those trees on the right and let it finish to the left.
I like that line.
Yeah, this is the only danger, is just getting a little bit too hot into the green, and I'm right inside the circle on the downhill. First circle 2 putt of the day.
That's a good layup.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking at that like down slope.
Yes.
Oh yeah, beautiful putt.
Thank you.
Yeah, I totally prefer the uphill putt on this hole.
True, yeah, it definitely feels less daunting.
What do you putt with, Jawbreaker?
The Challenger SS.
Challenger SS, nice.
Just a little low out of Cynthia's hands, but she'll tap in for her par.
Yeah, probably a bit of the first hole nerves.
No harm there, though.
Pixie just tapping in her birdie.
Yep.
Great drive.
Easy.
And my par.
Yep. Yeah, this course is definitely set up more for the MPO field as far as pars and distances go, but we'll have some birdie opportunities out here.
Yeah, this is hole 2, 492, so a bit of a kind of a tweener hole. A lot of the holes on the front 9, we have opportunities for birdie, but you really want to get those birdies on the front 9 because the back 9 are just not as many opportunities.
Definitely. Yeah, this is just going to be a big crush. Just get it as far as you can and leave yourself with a shorter approach to the green. Pixie flexing out a huge forehand. She went with a force there. We had a little bit of like a head crosswind from the right. I'm in between discs here. I know I need to do a full flex, so I stable up to a ESP Zeus.
Nice. What was your other choice? Thrasher?
Yeah, Thrasher again.
You afraid of that OB on the right side?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there is an OB sidewalk way on the right side. Doesn't really come into play, but it's definitely possible to get there if you really rip on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing a golden line flow. A little bit low.
Mm-hmm. More like direct line at the basket. I like that play. Keep it out of the wind a little bit, but you'll be able to get a shot up there to the basket. Looks like Cynthia's ripping on a Raider. Again, similar line, just like right at the basket, keeping it kind of low and out of the wind. She's got CTP so far. Nice turnover line. That was heading to the basket for sure. That's the only danger. It does kind of dip off into a little ravine ditch down there, but
yeah, I was trying not to be short.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Pixie going double forehand on this hole, just trying to lay up, give herself that look at par.
Mm-hmm. I'm just floating up a Crystal Fierce, trying to, just get it close. And
I love the flight of that disc.
thank you. Yeah, super straight.
Is that like a crystal?
Mm-hmm.
Crystal plastic, nice. This is Cynthia with her harp. It's a great forehand approach disc.
Mm-hmm. Just about circle's edge, looking back up at the basket. Tough putt. It's muddy down there.
Yeah, and to have a putt that long to save your par too is just frustrating too.
Pixie having to straddle out, just comes up a bit short. Cynthia cleaning up her par. I will do the same.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, just one of those holes where you just like want to get your drive out there, want to get your upshot close, just get the par and walk away.
Yeah. They are interesting holes out here because they would be almost too soft for a par 4, but then, none of us are going to birdie that hole in 2, so.
True tweener. Hole 3, 402 feet, par 3. I think a lot of us can at least get pretty close to this tree, but there's a tree on kind of the right side of the fairway in the middle that gets in the way of all that.
Yeah, and really the best option for most of us to get close is taking this left route in between the baseball fence and the one tree in the middle of the fairway. I think a lot of the men are probably throwing a big hyzer, but we just don't have that to be able to get at least some sort of putt. So yeah, just like that, that's probably the closest I'm going to get in circle 2. Give myself a chance.
Yeah, with tweener holes like that, basically it's either outside or just on the cusp of our max distance. So.
Another nice direct line from Cynthia. She'll be wide open on that side, on the right side of the basket, just short in circle 2.
Yeah, I believe that was a Raider as well.
Nice.
Pretty understable one.
Pixie again, trying to flex that ESP force out there just a little bit inside, but it fought through that tree, which is nice. Sometimes they just hit that tree and fall straight down. So she's got a little bit more distance than she might have gotten.
I was choosing between a Raider and a Flow here. I figured I'd go with the faster disc just to try and get there. It didn't flip up as much as I thought it would, so I just kind of stayed on that left side, but I'm around circle 2, so not a bad area to be on this hole.
Pixie just tossing up her magnet. Give herself an easy putt for par.
I'm just tossing up as well. I kind of have a low ceiling on that left side, so going for that putt's kind of tough when you have a lofty putt like mine.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit down the hill from where you were, so I can give this a pretty good bid. Unfortunately, I don't putt on Annie that well. So.
You tried to give it a little, Andy, but
yeah.
Cynthia lining up her birdie putt.
Yeah, by far the most open look out of us so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pixie with her par, just exactly what you want. You as well. And if I can make good, I think we're all going to walk away with our pars and hopefully move on to a hole that we can reach.
Yeah, I know. I was looking forward to playing Harmony. You know, it's wooded. It's a much longer course. You know, this isn't the typical type of course that we play on tour, so a little bit
it's
different
interesting.
for us, but
it's definitely more of like a park course, which is like, it's different for sure.
Right. Now we have hole 4, par 3. We have that road on the left side. That's OB, but that's pretty much the only danger that we have here. That tree is just to the left of that basket, a little bit short. I believe a headwind started to pick up on this when we walked up, so I think probably like a fast, stable driver is the way to go here.
Yeah, like I was going to throw my Thrasher, but it's a little flippier, so I ended up going up to a Zeus just to hang it to the right and kind of make a nice beeline to the basket. It looked a lot closer from the tee. It looked like I maybe almost ace ran it, but it was quite a bit shorter.
That's Cynthia's other Raider, that green one. It must be a lot more stable than that blue one she throws.
Yeah. She's just inside the circle. Pixie with a Big Z Punisher. I believe they're kind of overstable. I haven't actually thrown one myself, but
I think I threw them back when they first came out. They're pretty stable, I believe, but she also just like ripped on that one.
Yeah,
too.
she's strong, man.
Stronger than she looks for sure. You don't expect all that power, but I'm throwing a Sergeant here. Stable 11 speed, just trying to stay on the right side.
Yeah, got some good skips up into the circle. Right on line, just a little high.
Yeah, that's always the better miss. But still. Nice putt.
Thank you.
Do you have that tree like on the right side at all, or?
I thought it was going to be in my way, but
Okay,
it wasn't really. So
It looked like it was in the way a little
nice.
bit, but
Yeah.
25 feet here or something. Yeah, with a real hyzery putt like that, left side chains just, they don't catch.
No, they don't. Cynthia will clean up her par.
Whoops.
It happens.
Yeah, I wanted to rewatch that to see what happened. You know what? Sometimes that just happens.
Yeah.
Tapping in her par. Moving on to the next one.
Yep. Another hole that we can all reach, but it's definitely tricky.
Yeah, hole 5, 309 feet. Another par 3. Kind of have a little dip in the middle of the fairway there with the hill. The basket is just past this little creek here, which does not play OB, but does have a bit of water in it. There are a bunch of trees on the right side of the basket, so the real open part would be the left side.
Yeah, it's a really specific gap if you want to get clean.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go straight at that gap. It's way over to the left more, though. I definitely pulled it over, but I'm just trying to punch it through. Otherwise, you're kind of poking, hoping. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Right. Well, giving yourself a chance to get there, you kind of have to stay on the right side of the fairway a bit. So that makes it tough to approach.
Yeah.
Cynthia with the Lucid X Escape.
Yeah, she knew right away. She didn't quite flip it over enough, and it did hyzer out to that left side, which will be a tricky approach. Pretty guarded. Probably have to throw some sort of little floaty forehand. Pixie throwing a Big Z Mantis. I actually took a note out of her book. I might try to throw that today on this hole. Again, just a little too high and just caught the wind a little bit and hyzered out left.
Nice. Is the Mantis a mid or a fairway?
It's a fairway.
Okay. Just kind of looks like a mid when it flies. I'm lining up another flow shot here. I turned it over a bit too much. Figured with the headwind on the last hole, we might have some tailwind. But
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
We basically made the same mistake.
but nope. So as you can see, Cynthia's on the left side here, kind of pinched off, but there is a forehand route that she's going for.
Right through the main gap. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Pixie not being so far left, she had a more straight, direct line, so she did that as well.
Got kind of a weird shot here.
You were in the jungle.
Yeah.
But you didn't let it phase you. Got out. That's just fine. I was worried for you for a minute.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but
Yeah.
you have a little bit of a hole here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought I was going to have to straddle the
Yeah.
creek for a second. I wasn't quite sure, but worked out.
Yeah.
Good putt for par. Yeah, we're all definitely looking to pick up a stroke here. Again, it is a little more technical than say the last hole, but we
So
can all get
reachable,
this.
though.
Yeah,
It's like one of the few holes that we can reach, so
yes,
I know I'm like, come on,
definitely.
get to the basket.
Yeah, we know what's coming for us in the back
Yeah.
nine, so we're trying to get under par as much as possible. So a bunch of pars moving into the woods.
Consistency is the foundation that talent thrives from.
Paul steps up.
Day after day and year after year. Luck has nothing to do with it.
here we are on hole 6, 382 feet, and here we have an OB creek lining up the right side, and it also comes straight down the middle of our fairway here. It's not really a hole that I don't think many women are trying to go for, as in trying to get over that creek on their first shot. I feel like that creek is like at the perfect distance at where we would be landing.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to throw a mid just straight. But also the layup is kind of strange too, because it's not quite. Yeah, that was bad.
That was real unfortunate.
The thing is here, if you're going to go OB, you might as well go OB in the long creek, because if you go OB on that right side, you aren't even really in a good spot to save your bogey. So definitely a big mistake from me.
And this is Cynthia's Bounty, which is a mid-range. Good choice. And also a good choice to kind of stick to that left side. It's a little bit more open over there, and landing on the right side is a lot more of a touchy shot.
Definitely. Pixie throwing a nice little flexy mid-range. Yep, she's on that left side, a little bit more open, I think.
Here I got an Evidence, kind of understable mid-range, a little straighter, but not in the greatest landing position. Wish I was a little bit more left than that.
Yeah, it's definitely
Or right.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So here I am. I can barely see the other side of the creek from where I am. So I'm just conceding my hopefully double bogey, which is definitely disappointing, but you know.
Right. Well, that's definitely one of those instances where you could have done a lot worse had you tried to mash something from there, you know.
Exactly.
So just taking your medicine.
Yep.
Whoops. I luckily stayed in bounds right there, but very tough little angle right there I was trying to execute. Didn't quite get it right.
Yeah, Pixie's going for that left route with a little forehand. Inside a bit, but she does kick off. She's just around circle's edge, just inside.
And Cynthia probably in the best position here just for hyzer.
Yeah, she might be having to putt through those trees, but that's always fun. And I'm just trying to get it close. I don't want to have to putt.
With that fierce again?
Yep.
Yeah. Very nice.
I'm already bummed at this point, so
You're right.
just trying to get
You're over it.
out
Let's
of
just
this
go.
hole. Yep.
Yeah, so I didn't have anything except for this little tiny forehand roller shot.
Crazy.
Super cut off on the right there.
And it's
Perfect. I'm about to throw a lot of those this year, so I'm getting used to them. There we go.
Pixie might be also dealing with those guardian trees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Frame it up. Left side again.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, we're gonna walk away with bogeys and a double bogey on this card. This hole did play as the hardest hole. I think it's just because of the distance and all the OB.
Yeah. So weird for us. I think our division
Yes.
is just, we can't really go for it. I mean, we could, but, you know, it's just one of those holes that's just hard.
Yep.
7, we have this 212-foot par 3. It's a kind of uphill hole, but the basket is to the right, so you want a shot that'll end to the right. Either an understable backhand shot or a forehand shot would be perfect for this hole.
This looks like the more understable raider.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised she's going this fast
Yeah.
on this hole.
And she knew right away. She said it. She didn't put enough turn on it. It definitely has to hook pretty hard to the right.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about like it just that fast is that you have to get it up to that speed for it to turn over like that.
True.
And on a hole like this, it's just not long enough.
Pixie has all the forehand power to get there. She's
Go.
throwing that ESP force again. Yeah, kind of gets sneaky through that that right side. She'll be in circle 2, maybe a little obstructed, but give herself a chance.
Here I'm lining up a Maverick.
Also going that inside route.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just about where Pixie is. I do throw a higher speed driver. This is a very beat-in thrasher, so I don't really have to put too much power on it to get it to flip.
Yeah, those thrashers are flippy.
Yeah.
Is this Z?
Yes, yeah, I've had it in my bag for a while. So I'm just aiming at that big tree in the middle. I throw it way too low, but almost the shape that I wanted. So I'm quite a bit short. I don't even think I'm inside circle 2, but it's actually a pretty wide open look.
I think I'm only surprised by how like kind of stable your thrashers are because I used to throw the ESP ones. So I'm like, how's your thrasher that stable?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Well, I've got some good ones in my bag.
Cynthia didn't really have much from where she was at. She just kind of had to throw that little high forehand shot.
So I'm definitely giving this a bid. Been working on that step putt. It's new to me, but I'm trying to figure it out.
Looking nice. It's looking nice.
Thanks. You have been dialing in that step putt. We've all seen it before. Great birdie to pick up.
Ooh. Yeah, I was a little worried about that branch right there that I just hit.
Oh, yeah, wow.
But I'm like, whatever. I might as well just go for it. So.
Right.
Yeah, that one felt good. Get a nice circle 2 in.
Pixie not step putting. She's also a very good step putter, but just comes up a little bit short.
She's been high on a couple putts, so maybe she just thought she didn't need that extra power.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and Cynthia's approach, which was tricky, definitely put her in another tricky spot.
She trickled way down further than I originally thought she did.
She'll take a bogey. You know, she's definitely looking for at least a par on this hole. I'm okay with a par here. I know what I have to do to correct, so hopefully I can do that today.
Alrighty, hole 8, par 4, one and only par 4. 434 feet. We kind of have like a huge turnover shot right off the bat. There's that creek that runs through the fairway as well. The basket is up on this hill. You really just want to put yourself in a good position off the tee here. You just want a wide open up shot, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't even really matter how far you are. It's just like a very specific landing zone to give yourself the most open look to the basket. There are some low branches, especially to get up that final hill.
I kind of kept the Maverick a little low there, but I'm in a good position to look at the basket. So
I like this play by Pixie. As long as you hang it left enough, it should filter into that nice landing zone. So let's see what she's got.
Oh, chase a little squirrel away.
That's her Big Z machete.
Oh, yeah. She's good at that, like throwing a stable discard.
Yes.
Like turning it over and putting it where she wants to.
I'm going with that flippy thrasher again. Flexing it a little bit. fully hold that turn. I'm in.
That was such a cruel little,
Yeah.
what a mean little roll I had right there at the end there.
I'll be right up against that tree, but should be able to make something work.
Yeah. That was Cynthia. It looked like, not a Lucid X, but just like a regular escape.
Yeah, like an biofusion, maybe?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see Cynthia's pretty far back, but yeah, it's a lot of trees, a lot of branches to miss. Unfortunately, let's go of that a little too early.
Yeah. She's a bit frustrated. Very understandable here with these holes, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a little opening there lower than that. Like if it was about 3 inches lower, it probably would have been good. But this
Right.
is a game of inches, you know.
And
And here with your second patent pending of the round.
yep, I'm going Big Z Mantis, trying to hopefully flip it up a little bit and hit that hill and skirt up the hill. But unfortunately, I roll a little bit down. But I'm okay with it, an uphill.
It was such a great play from where you're at.
Thank you. Yeah, circle one putt. Let's see if I can cash it. Yeah, she knew. I mean, she knew she was in a great position. She knew she had that shot all day.
Right. Yeah, this is one of those pars, you know, it's a par 4, so I walk up on this hole like we actually have a real opportunity for birdie here because the drive doesn't matter as much as the upshot does.
Yeah, it feels exactly like a par 4 should feel.
There we go, Cynthia getting herself on top of that hill.
Jump putt approach up that steep hill in the mud.
Yeah, very muddy. I kind of had to like stomp my foot a little bit just to so it wouldn't slip.
Yeah, anchor yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. This little forehand approach.
And I'm looking to get this one for sure.
Man, you're just looking straight up at this thing.
Yeah.
Do you have to adjust anything with your putt with this?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely tried to practice straddle putts, and I'm usually just staggered stance, but anytime I'm off balance or on a hill, I go to straddle.
A nice little putt for par from Pixie there.
Cynthia in for bogey. Tough hole.
Yeah, you could tell she was a little frustrated, but
We've got a birdie hole coming up, hopefully.
go. All right, hole 9, 204 feet, par 3. We have kind of 2 avenues here. We have the right side hyzer or the left side forehand shot. There's a creek OB right behind it, so you kind of got to be careful about your power here. I'm opting for the forehand shot.
Yeah, this tee pad is oriented a little weird.
Yeah.
Because we're trying, most of us are trying to go down that left side with either a forehand or a backhand, and you just absolutely park it. We weren't sure because we can't see from there.
Yeah,
really,
I wasn't
but
sure if it stayed safe or not, but
it was perfect.
yeah, and I found that practicing the backhand hyzer here, I kept trickling a little too far, not only left, but long. And hitting that small of a gap compared to the left side, it was just like, might as well just go for the bigger gap.
Yeah, I was in between here because I practiced both, and both of them worked out. It just feels so much more like a forehand. So I'm going with a titanium buzz. Just hoping to flip it up a little. A little more stable, looking for that, to rock back. Yeah, I'm around 25 feet or so.
Yeah. Cynthia lining up what looks like a fairway here. It's a little stable, but stays in bounds on the right side. She'll have a putt at it.
Quite a long bid for Pixie. Try not to blow past it too far, so it looks like she just kind of floated it up there.
Yeah, kind of half bid.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a nose up, half bid. I like that.
Oh, inches.
Yeah. Beautiful putt. Our 2019 World Putting Champion.
I'll say reigning too, because we haven't had it.
Oh my gosh, yes, reigning champion. My goodness.
So 2 birds, 2 pars to finish the front 9.
Yep, and Missy, you're kind of in like the better position here going into the back 9 under par.
Definitely feels good to have a stroke to play with. That.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us for the front 9. We will join you for the back 9 as well.
Yeah, we'll see some more par 3s that feel like par 4s, but we're just going to try to maintain and hopefully finish out the round strong. So please come back and join us for the back 9.